TV is on and it's decently loud. So we're playing, I'm winning because I'm built like that. And my friend calls out my galaxy brain strategy of,
boys, there's lore. I just want to put a quick disclaimer here. I realized while I was editing this that I was kind of making it feel like a theory video, and I just want to make it clear that this is not really a theory video. This is more just gathering up a bunch of the different clues that I found so far and making very basic analysis about it, just because I haven't seen anybody else do it, and I feel like we need to do something about this ARG. So anyway, there you go. Enjoy. If you've watched any YouTube shorts, then you've probably come across at least a couple of these creators. At first, it might just seem like a random onslaught of animators and gamers and etc., but if you click on this video, then you probably already know what's up. These shorts all come from June 16th, and as you just saw, all of them in the middle just randomly seem to glitch out and then have this QR code on the screen. Scanning the QR code leads to, well, this.
I've come to make an announcement. For far too long, these so-called shorts creators have been poisoning the minds of a generation with this meaningless slop. These hooligans need to be stopped by any means necessary. And that's where we come in. This is a message to all shorts YouTubers. You have 1 week to cease operations. Pack your things. Quit. We hold the key. And if you do not comply with our request, you will simply be replaced. This is your final warning.
Yeah, so I think we've already been introduced to the big bad evil guy of our ARG here. Just a hunch, you know? But anyway, this video is obviously our first big lore dump, so let's analyze it real quick.
Poison the minds of a generation with this meaningless slop.
In case you can count, you might have noticed that there are more creators here than what I showed earlier. As far as I can tell, Mogswamp, a Minecraft YouTuber, and KNSplash, a Valorant YouTuber, have not uploaded anything recently and have not done anything with the ARG yet. So I'm not sure if they're actually part of it or what, but they're listed here, obviously.
These hooligans need to be stopped by any means necessary. And that's where we come in. We hold the key.
This sentence has me so curious. Like, what does he mean by this? What key is he talking about?
And if you do not comply with our request, you will simply be replaced.
I doubt you need me to make it any more obvious to you how massive and important this word is to the ARG. I mean, it tells us exactly what's going to happen at the end of the week. If the creators don't stop making videos, they will just simply be replaced. But that begs the question, who's going to replace them? Well, the answer, my friend, is very simple. Clones. Now, if you've already followed the ARG a bit, that might seem obvious to you. But if not, and I sound crazy right now, hear me out.
Is cloning humans possible? Believe it or not, we're actually a lot closer than you think.
This is DanoDraw's June 16th video. This is the one of his that contains the QR code. And it's the first time we hear the word clone throughout this entire ARG series so far. The word was also brought up by Joe Kane in his June 16th video, but he was talking about it because he was doing the speedrunning shorts things on Dano's video, and Joe's video came afterwards. Though one of my friends saw Joe's video first, and immediately upon seeing it, he had a theory and drew this connection.
One thing I noticed is that in Joe's video, right before the QR code appeared, Joe was talking about cloning, and that how you couldn't create a perfect clone because you couldn't replicate the person's past experiences to that clone. And in Message, the character in Message said that these shorts creators would be replaced if they didn't comply, or whatever that thing said. But I think that might be like foreshadowing to what we're expecting to come, maybe.
And that isn't just a maybe, that is definitely what's going on here. Just a couple days after my friend said that, Royal Pear uploaded his second video in the ARG so far, aptly titled Clones.
Something strange is going on. So there's a huge...
In this video, he's not talking about the same type of clones that Joe and Dano were. He's more talking about, like, clone accounts on TikTok stealing his content. But there's still a massive clue here for us to find, and it has to do with every time he says the word clones. Watch this.
Become a clone of someone on TikTok.
The way the glitch emphasizes the word clone here is just the final nail in the coffin to show that this is obviously what we're going to be working with at some point here. And if you still don't believe me after that, may I present to you our first sighting of one of these clones. In Dano's video, Is Money Worthless, also uploaded on June 18th, we get to see just a single frame of Dano's clone. Watch. Did you see it? Here it is again. Out of nowhere, this corrupted version of Riggy, I think that's Dano's character's name, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I'm just going off of his comment section. But he just appears out of nowhere and then disappears a frame later. And then in Dano's very next video, uploaded the next day, we get a better look at the clone. This is also a good time to note that Dano's character Riggy is one of, if not the only character in the entire ARG series so far who seems to be self-aware of what's going on around them.
Yeah! Okay, there's definitely something following me.
Dude, stop. I know you've been playing pranks on me for the past couple days. I'm just gonna keep ignoring it, okay? It's not funny.
But...
Now, Riggy might not be the only person who's self-aware so far, because Johnny has also done a couple things that are self-aware. For example, on day one, when the first videos went out, he created 2 community posts warning people about the QR code that he had no idea about, apparently, and about this weird message that just popped up on his channel. Besides those 2, though, I don't think anybody else has shown any signs of being self-aware so far, though. So that's about all we have to go off of for that. As for clones, there's not much more on to go off of this second, but we'll get back to that. For now, though, we're being sent some secret messages in these videos, so let's go take a look at that. You might have noticed in the background for a while now that I've had this playlist going of all the different videos that have been released as part of the ARG so far, at least that I've been able to find. If you want to see this playlist for yourself, it'll be visible on my channel under the playlist tab, and if I remember to, it'll also be in the description of this video. Now, looking through these videos, almost every single one just seems like a normal YouTube short, except that it has some weird twist going on about it that only happens for a couple seconds most of the time. For most of the videos, what'll happen is that at some point randomly in the video, it'll just glitch out, and then a different character from a different channel will appear in the video just out of nowhere.
Trainers for PUBG or these big red boots from TikTok.
Is the big red boots from TikTok costing $350?
Of doing it and falling off.
Like, can you believe that? Like, what is going on? You have to watch to the end to get
But besides that chaos, which is funny but really doesn't give us much insight as to what's going on, there are actually a couple secret messages hidden in there. For example, in a couple of Johnny's most recent videos, the subtitles that he always has bug out and then stop saying what he's saying, but rather what somebody else who isn't on screen is saying.
But at the end of the day, the game is just straight fun to play, and it never really gets stale. But if you do get tired of it and put the game down for a couple months, when you get back, there'll literally be an entire new game's worth of content that'll suck you right.
In case you couldn't quite understand what the subtitles were saying there, which honestly I'd be surprised if you could, here's what it is. This is a test of our abilities to interfere with their presentation, and honestly it's kind of funny, like we're having an entire new conversation while he's talking. This also happens a second time in another video of his a couple days later.
Platforms. I would crumble if I lost my Minecraft worlds. It would be the darkest moment in history. Like, I don't think I could play another video game ever again, and I'd give it all to get...
This time the subtitle said, "Ironic, isn't it? He remains ignorant to his fate. The darkest moment in history is near, yet he rambles on and on." Obviously, these 2 messages are uncovering some sort of sinister plot for us, which, as we already know, has something to do with replacing all the creators with clones. We're not exactly sure what that plot involves yet, though, so hopefully something else will come and tell us soon. These messages hiding in the subtitles aren't the only ones hiding from us, though. There are even more important ones in the form of YouTube video links. In another one of Johnny's videos, you can find this link hiding in the bottom corner for a couple seconds. There's also another one in Royal Pear's most recent video at the time of recording. There might also be a third one in one of Dano's videos, but I can't get to work, so maybe I'm doing something wrong. If somebody else managed to get to work, drop a comment, would you? This link in Johnny's video leads to a video on Fallier's channel. I think that's how you pronounce that, sorry if not. And the video introduces us to something new. Remember when I said we'd be back to clones? Well, here we are. There's a problem though, and that's that Clone VPN seems like such a massive part of the ARG coming up, and the links that I showed you before lead to so much different information that I feel the need to make an entire separate video on it. So unfortunately, that's gonna have to be it for this one. I know I've missed some information, but over the last couple of days, I've tried to jam as much as I can into this one video. If you want to go watch the Clone VPN video for yourself, I'll link it in the description, and other than that, I'll try to have the next video out sometime over the weekend before Monday, when supposedly something really big is going to happen. I mean, Johnny already has a premiere for a very suspicious looking video for that exact day, so we can only see what happens. Until then, see ya.